Hey, good evening, everybody. We just want to welcome you today to one of our broadcasts, and today we're going to talk about dating.
Yes.
So, as we know, if you look around, things are different now. You can go on social media and date. They have Christian dating services. Um, Same-sex dating services. So we just want to look at what is happening now that some years ago was not actually happening with dating.
Yes. Like back in the 70s, and we're going to be talking about from back then and our generation coming up when we was dating and stuff, how things have actually changed, not for the better, I should say. Look like it getting worse with every new generation.
So I can remember back in the day. Back in the day, you go to the club, um, you meet a nice guy, you date.
Right.
You would actually date. He would pick you up in the car. You would date.
Take you out, open the door for you, close the door for you. When you go to eat at the restaurant, pull out the chair for you, then put it back in, being real gentleman-like. But where have all that stuff gone today? Our discussion today is it us as women? Are we doing too much? Like, to me, I think it's partly our fault. When I say our, meaning the ladies. And one reason is the way that they dressing these days. They don't leave nothing to their imagination. They half naked, go out on the street. So they don't give the men nothing for their imagination, because they showing them everything. And so therefore they don't act like they don't have to respect us. We even not call each other bitches and hoes and stuff, but we want the men to treat us like ladies and stuff. How do we expect for them to treat us like ladies and stuff when we are degrading our own self?
That's true.
By the way that we dress, the way that we carry ourselves. Like I said, we leave nothing to the imagination. We dress half naked, revealing everything. There's nothing to imagine. It's all right there in front of his face. So we are changed. So, what you think, Mary?
Well, I don't know. I can't say that, of course, all the ladies, are not like that.
Of course not.
Yeah, some ladies are. I think as a person, you should have enough respect for yourself to dress appropriately for the occasion. But as far as, I just see the difference myself in some men, period. From, I can remember my daddy and the way that he handled his business and the way that he took care of his business. And I have brothers and men that I know that take care of their business as well. But then you do have, and it goes both ways, you have a lot of men that still do, but then you got these men that rely on women at this time. And I look at the women as well. I look at a lot of women as well, taking care of these men and putting up with things that they don't have to, just because.
Just to say that, quote unquote, I have a man.
Yeah. So I personally, I try and look at the whole picture in the situation, as far as even going as far as the dating, that it's all within a person.
True.
It's all within that person. But I gotta tell you, I've seen some serious things where these women take care of these men, and I just can't do it.
I won't. I will not do it. And I don't care, yes, Well, I'm 56, and some women feel like they may feel like I'm getting older, and just doing stuff just to say they got a man. Me personally, I don't care. I can be by myself. I'd rather be by myself than to put up with anything, keeping a man up just to say that you have a man in your life. Sure, no one wants to be alone. No one wants to, go through life alone.
That's true.
No one wants that. But I don't think anyone, I wouldn't put up with anything just because I don't want to be alone. Maybe that's my time, timing. Maybe that's my time. I come to a point in my life. Maybe that might be, the time for you to have that alone period. Not saying that it's going to always last. But I think some women just afraid of being alone, and they just go with, go with it,
Yeah.
just to say they have a man.
I agree.
I think deep down they really afraid of being alone. But you got to come out and share. You got to be not afraid. You got to open up. It's somebody, I believe, to me, this is my opinion. It's somebody out here for everybody. You don't have to sell yourself short. Just because you want a man, you feel that you ain't going to get one, blase. It's somebody out here. You might have to wait a little while, but it's somebody for everybody. The Most High put somebody here for each and every one of us. So it might not be, you might think, oh, it's such a long time. You might meet this guy tomorrow and say, oh, this is the one for me. That's him. But actually, it might not be for you. But you in that cycle that you thinking that you're going to be alone and stuff, so you just jump at the first Tom, Dick, and Harry that comes up and look nice and smiles at you.
That's true. People do that. They do that as well. But sometimes your bills get short.
Yeah, the bills get short. Well, also,
Somebody might be having a party for couples.
that party for couple.
Yeah. So, what do?
You can you can be open. You have to have an open mind and stuff. But not to open to the point that to jump in the frying pan without being precaution.
Oh, I mean, what my question is sometimes you have, and then with the summer coming up, people have events. You single. You don't want to be there by yourself. Do you just get somebody to go and, just to say you got somebody, or do you think about it and what do you do?
You go, enjoy yourself, have fun, mingle and enjoy. Talk to people and enjoy yourself. You ain't got to if you're invited to a pool party and stuff, you don't have to have anybody that go with you.
But what if I don't want to be by myself? I just feel because
you have a girlfriend with you.
Well, you have some people that feel more comfortable when they have like a dude with them. It's something wrong with that person, and I'm just asking because I might be or have been presented with, asking me what would I do, and I know what I would tell them. But a lot of people, it's like, do you stay at home or do you just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people just can't. Some people,
I understand.
Some people, women, men, are not comfortable going to places by themselves. So they will get a date just to say that they have a date.
Right.
And, and again, that goes back to the person. Me, I do realize I've never been married. I've had a couple of proposals. And for my own reasons, I choose to not be married. I'm not choosing to be single. That's what I have been labeled, single. But I've never been married, and I've chosen not to be married, and for my own personal reasons.
Right.
And with that, I feel comfortable that I can go alone and participate in things and still feel comfortable with myself. But then you got some people that just have to have somebody. And to me, get right with yourself. Understand who you are so that you can just live life to the fullest.
Right.
You can have friends, but don't necessarily lock yourself in with something that's not good for you. Something that stopped me a lot of times was, I would say, is this healthy for me? And then when my kids were younger, is it healthy for them? So right now my kids are grown. So my thing is it healthy for me? And if it's not healthy for me, and that's whatever it is, I don't go with it. So,
right.
But, to me, it's very, very sad when you see people that are in things, and whatever it might be, but just in a situation where, because you have not given yourself a chance to know yourself.
Right.
And you let other things and other people make you happy. And
that's not never gonna work.
Right.
Allowing other people, because first with anything, was it dating, anything, what have you, first you got to start with self. You got to take care of self first before you can do anything with anybody else. It all starts with self-preservation first. Self first. That's like with helping people. Helping people, loving yourself. You got to love yourself first before you can love anyone else. It all starts with self first.
Yeah. And then if you do have younger children, that's another thing that you have to consider. If you're dating or getting to know someone, that's very important that you consider all that. And again, I have been there where and nobody's not always right and nobody's not always perfect.
No.
And I can say that I have been there where maybe I shouldn't have brought someone around my kids, and I've been there where I'm glad that I did. But it's not to put saying that I've done everything that I'm supposed to do and I'm always right, but I am acknowledging that where I am now and the fact that I do understand myself, and that I have made some very good choices as well, and bad ones. But that's just life.
Right.
That's just life. We all make choices, in relationships. But what we do or what we should do is what makes us healthy. And that's physically healthy and also mentally healthy, because people can get in your head and have you thinking that you are the problem.
Right.
That can happen. People can make you feel like nobody wants you. You do this, or you should be doing that, or you should be making this amount of money.
You should look a certain way.
But that's where the ball stops right there, when people start getting into your head, making you look at you like, is it me? But of course, it is good to always say, let me check myself out.
Right.
But then sometimes people will try and make it look like you are the bad guy, when in essence they are actually a problem, and they have a lot of luggage that cluttered all up in them, and so you just got to be very careful in choosing people to be around you, period.
Right. Take precaution.
You got to take precaution, and we just got to live life to the fullest. And you want to just be around, even if you have to be by yourself. I did self-checks. I've just been where I just didn't want to entertain, not even a conversation.
Well, man, go ahead.
Just didn't want to entertain a conversation. And I've also said I'm done with men. I've said that a lot of times. I am done. However, if the Lord send me somebody that's good for me, that's healthy for me, then, and I hope that I'm healthy for them, then I would consider, being in a relationship. But just to say, hey, this is my boo, or check him out, then I ain't even trying. I'm not even trying to go that close.
Right.
That's not that serious.
But
to me.
Mary, also I think it's really healthy for you to have that a long time.
Yeah.
A long time where you can meditate spiritually, physically. It's good for you to have a long time with yourself and stuff. Give you get your head, give you time to think about stuff and get stuff straightened out with yourself, within yourself.
Right, yeah. And then too, we gotta realize that when things are good, they're good.
Right.
And when they're bad, they're bad. You can't make good bad, and you can't make bad good.
Right. You got to have you can't always just have just the good. It's the opposite. You got to have good. You got to have bad. One just can't exist without the other one.
Right. That's true. So, as we get older, hopefully we learn things that'll help us along the way. And it's not really cool to see somebody doing the same thing over and over that's not good for them.
Right.
We see that, in friends. We see that in our family. And sometimes a person from the outside can see better than you can because you're in that situation.
Of course they can.
So sometimes people from the outside can see things that you don't see.
Right.
So it's always good, to stay, listen. And then again, you do have
an open mind.
Right. But, on the other hand, you got friends and family as well that really won't have nothing good to say about whoever.
They won't.
So you still got to pretty much use your judgment to know what's healthy for you.
Right.
So sometimes even your kids can be, prejudgmental about things and people that you may, encounter.
Right.
But if it's healthy for you, that's
all really that matters.
And I say the same thing to my kids. My son, he's married now, but my daughter, she's a graduate from college. She's still studying, but I still put it in her ear that it's got to be healthy for you. And if it's not healthy for you, and if you're not happy, and hey, nobody can make you happy. You got to be happy.
Money can't make you happy, and it can't buy love. So, like she said, you got to be the one.
Yeah. So, there's all kind of things going on out here. We have to be, we first got to love ourselves, and we just got to be, open. And right now we see all type of relationships going on. And if there's love, if one person loves the other, what can you say?
Right.
Because my thing is, if you love them, I like them. So that's your thing.
Right.
So that's just life. It's relationships. We're gonna be around people. We're gonna have people in our lives. People are gonna leave our lives.
Right.
And we just, especially when we talk to our children, we got to encourage them to know what to look for. Money ain't everything. Looks are not everything.
And things are not everything. What I found a lot going on here with our younger people and stuff, they real materialistic. Like, cars and clothes and jewelry and that's the thing now. They very materialistic.
And if you've been there and done that, I tell you one thing, because if you live long enough, you're gonna get old. And if you don't have somebody beside you that's gonna be there when you are sick, then you better reconsider.
But Mary, you know what I found though, a lot that's going on. A lot of these men and women pick people based off of the physical appearance, how they look on the outside.
Right.
But they don't really think about the real the big picture. If they was to get sick,
Mm-hmm.
And is that person going to be there for them? Because most of what I've seen in my lifetime, a lot of people get married and stuff, not really, it's not love, it's really lust. They marrying for looking on the outside appearance.
Right.
The lady might have a bad body, a figure, bad, a little shape, got it going on.
Mm-hmm.
And they get married for that, but later on down the line, divorce come in.
Right.
And God forbid, if one of them gets sick. Usually it be the man. Sometimes, I ain't gonna say that. No, I wouldn't say usually. But what I'm trying to say either one. But just make sure you got the right partner. Just make sure that you got the right partner, because this is really important. If you get sick or something, you want to know that person gonna be there with you through sick, death, all of that.
Yeah.
But that's not what's going on. That's why we got such a high rate of divorce and stuff, because people getting married not for love, they getting married off of false pretense. Marrying for the shape, for money, for security, and not for love. Not really, really, from what I see, not really, really for love, because they not there like a person gets sick. They not. I'm not seeing them there for that person. Soon that person gets sick, they up and gone to the next one.
Yeah, and that happens. And I know people personally where that have happened. A person may have gotten cancer, and the other one booked.
Right,
got it out of there because they didn't want to deal with that type sickness. Then you got to think about it. Things happen. You can have something. You can be in good health today, have an accident, be paralyzed tomorrow.
Right. Life is strange. We don't know what life's going to pitch us.
So you just got to be real careful on who got your back and things like that. You just want to be mindful of that.
Right.
And then when it comes to, just, again, that outside appearance, that don't last.
That's a no-no.
It does not last. So those
you
good
got to
jobs.
look within that person. Not the physical, not that important. The physical, the outside.
But I do. Hey, look, this is my thing now. Really, now I ain't trying to just marry anything. He got to look like something. But however, I ain't go. I gotta look at that outside appearance, cause. When
but
you
I'm
don't
just
want to
saying
be
not that the
you don't want to
main
be sitting across the table and just looking at something. You know what I'm saying? He gotta look like something.
I'm not. Trust me, I'm not.
He gotta look like something.
Yeah.
You don't want to wake up and you be over there looking like, oh, what? So even though we saying what we saying, you still wanna
right.
you gotta have because that's the first thing you're gonna see.
Right.
So there is some physical attraction. But, we just trying to say that's not the 100 thing,
right.
To look at. Just because he, working at, he balling, he got stacks.
And he got a bad body.
He got a bad body and he, riding up on the 18s or whatever,
right.
the big wheels or whatever it is,
He's got a six-pack.
All that.
Because this is something else, too, that I think we should bring to the forefront. A lot of these guys looking, got that six-pack and stuff, and they gay. It's a lot of download. It's a lot of download.
Yeah.
That you think, that you can imagine that person.
Yeah.
Being liking another man and stuff like that, but that's a lot of that going on now.
That's right. It's you.
And they have wives and children.
Yeah. And, that's a whole deep, another subject and a gray area, but that does exist.
Yep.
It exists, and we don't know, who we approach these days. And so we just have to be, for me, I always say prayerful and careful. You have to be, in everything that you do. But, it's always good to talk about things in the open and, see how everybody else thinks and, like that, because and then too, as you get older and wiser, your thinking changes. So that's why I say a lot, speak with your if you got children, speak with them. You got nieces or nephews, talk to them. You got wisdom, you've built up wisdom along the way.
Right.
So you want to let them know what's up, because back in the day, I'm sure I think my daddy wasn't pleased with, who I was with, but, I was hard-headed and I did my thing.
Yeah.
And you know what? Yeah, I paid for it. And, but, I'm still here. So I'm here to, give my kids, some wisdom that sometimes, a lot of times, most of the time, they don't want to hear or listen to. But I say it anyway. So that's my thing, you can just share your wisdom.
Right. But, Mary, it's not just, I know they say as older you get, you pick up wisdom and stuff. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying today, these kids that are being born now, they coming here with wisdom.
Yeah, they are.
And stuff.
Yeah.
They coming into the world with wisdom and stuff.
They are.
And it's important to listen to them, listen to the kids, too.
That's true.
What they tell you, too. Because I know my little granddaughter, I got a 7-year-old granddaughter. I got twin grandkids. But my granddaughter acts like she's 50 years old, that she's been here a long, long time, just for the stuff that she says and stuff. But they can tell you something. A little 7 years old can give you wisdom and stuff, because the stuff that she says to me, sometimes I'm just amazed. And I be kidding with her, playing with her, like, Mariah, how old are you? You must be 50-something. You act as you done been here before, done been on this earth. She said, I have, Grandma.
Right. Yeah. So you can listen to anybody. Age is only a number.
Right.
So anybody can talk to you. And not saying everything is right or wrong. Right. But you can always listen, because little kids are innocent. Yeah. And if you want to hear the truth, you ask them a question. And you better believe they're going to come out with something without even thinking or trying to figure it out or debating about it. They're going to come straight out from the good.
Yeah, they're going to come straight out. They're innocent. And they ain't going to be thinking, well, what should I say?
Yeah.
What should I do? They just going right out with it.
Yeah, exactly. So, so it's a lot going on out here in this world, but this is life. And, I'm just glad for the opportunity to just sit openly and talk about it and just talk about, I'm excited because we'll be talking about our, experiences that we have or having or things we're going through. And then, again, I had, I'll just say a close person to me that saw our first little screening. And he was like, and I was letting him know that we were going to open it up and invite people to talk with us and sit at our table and talk with us. And he said he just can't wait. So we're gonna have a lot of fun, and we're gonna have a lot of people to join us, and just share things that they want to talk about. Right. But all in all, I hope you guys have enjoyed listening to us today. And there's just so much more to talk about. About this is just one thing in life that we decided to talk about today. But again, it's just life. It's just so much to talk about. And, I'm a talker, and then I'm a listener too. And I will listen, to what people have to say, and maybe not take it in then, but once I meditate on it, I'm like, well, you know what? That was real good.
Right.
That was real good. And the way things are today with people and all kinds of people, especially if you're trying to get into a relationship or if you're in a relationship, just stay healthy in your relationship and enjoy life, with whoever it is that you're with. It's your choice.
Right.
And you do what you do.
Well, I'm not in a relationship right now for as myself, but I'm looking for that, that special person. So right now I have a friend, but I wouldn't say we are in a relationship. We're just friends. But I'm still looking for that someone, that special one. And so I'm just
okay, y'all.
right now.
Y'all hear it out there. She's How old are you?
56.
56.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for a special
Someone. Right.
And how they got to look?
Well, decent, but I'm not all into that. I don't want a booger bear, but
Booger bear. What about the bank account?
That don't.
He ain't got to work.
Sure, he have to work.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say that. Now.
Oh, okay.
He have to work. I don't want any looking thing, but it's not. I just want somebody decent, you know.
You gotta be specific.
Somebody decent,
How
all right
tall?
financially, and 6'1".
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. What about the bank account? You still didn't say.
I did say financially secure.
Oh, okay. All right then. So y'all heard that. So she's out there available. If y'all know somebody with those credentials.
What about yourself?
Well, me and myself, I need somebody to cut my grass. Keep my yard up. So, go ahead.
Let me straighten out, people. I'm not really searching for somebody, but if it's happened, then okay then.
But my thing is, you know, I'm kind of particular. Now, I can't stand no lazy man. I don't want no man.
And neither can I.
I ain't trying to look at nobody laying down while I go to work. I'm just being honest. If you in the middle of looking for a job, you still got to be up
right
before I get up. Now,
no one in their right mind wants somebody laying down there and don't want to do nothing.
But it happens.
A sneaker peek, a lazy ass. Nobody wants that.
But it happens.
I know.
But for me, that's not. I can't. So I mean, you know, bottom line, you know, mentally, we've got to be able to connect. We've got to be able to connect.
Spiritually, that's important.
We got to be on the same page. He got to have a job. I don't want no scrub. He got to have a job.
Do I.
He got to have a job. He got to want to travel. He got to like to cook.
Yeah.
Even though he don't have to cook, cause I like to cook, but
right.
he gotta like to cook or want to cook or not, or should I say he can't just be sitting waiting on me to come in and cook. So we
right.
gotta be, you know. And then I like to travel and I like to go out and eat, and I like I pretty much if I just want to maintain what I have someone that's, you know, got some type of dreams,
ambition,
wanna go further than where he is with me,
right?
You know, and then hey, you gotta get along with my kids and my grandkids, or hey, you know, and they're good people. So
right.
Cause I'm a family person.
So am I.
So I mean, that's not asking much. That's not asking too much, you know. But again, you know, I love the outside. So, and I'm a pretty easy person to get along with. Just don't ask my sister, Erica. But I think I'm a pretty easy person to get along with, and I like to have fun. I'm an Aries. You know, so we kind of strong-minded, but we're lovable though.
And I'm a Sagittarius. And I love to travel. That's my nature. That's part of my nature, traveling and stuff. And I like to have fun also. A bit of a comic.
Yeah. So we like to have fun, period. So we just having fun, and we being real too. So
right.
If y'all, you know got some uncles, I don't want no granddaddy. But you know, these are uncles, 55 the limit, 56 maybe. However, but we like to have fun, and so we just looking to have fun with you guys, and just invite you guys in, you know, to be with us this evening.
Right.
So, is there anything else, Charlene?
I don't know. I think we just about to wrap it up.
Okay. So, if there's nothing else, then we'll see you guys again soon, and Join us for the next time on
It's Just Life
with Mary and Charlene. Have a good one.
Bye-bye, people.